everybody, and welcome back. It's me, Shweebe! Hello and welcome back, and happy Valentine's Day. For my couples, I hope you go out and have a fantastic date, smother each other in kisses and chocolates and whatever. And for my singles, go and spoil yourself. Don't be moping around and stuff. And I realize some of y'all probably hate the holiday. This is why you get the perfect opportunity to go and spoil yourself rotten. Go take yourself out on the most expensive date possible, or just stay home and play video games all day. Whatever floats your boat. And for this month's holiday, I'm going to be bringing you the love tag. It has 10 questions that are all very deep, but I think it'll be a lot of fun to do so. If you'd like to do this for yourself, I will leave a link down in the description below, as always. But let's go ahead and get started. The first question is, do you believe in love at first sight? Well, kinda. I mean, I've heard of stories of that happening with people. Phoenix and myself are kinda like a love at first sight scenario, but not really. It's not like we were like,
oh, I love you immediately, we have to get married and have children now,
kind of thing. It was, we met, we were interested, we were like friends for like 3-4 months, and then we started dating, and then we've been together now for about almost 12 years. So in a way, it's kind of like love at first sight. Not exactly, but I've heard of people doing this, and it happens, but I think it just really depends on circumstances and the people in general. So in all honesty, it's kind of like a yes-no circumstantial kind of thing for moi. Question 2 is, what is your favorite love quote? Now, I don't know if this is an actual quote. It probably is, but who it is by, I would have no clue, because this is more like a philosophy, which is, while in love, you need to be patient and you need to communicate, because it is so important for both people that are in this one relationship to do both things. You gotta be patient with each other and you gotta communicate, because without it, you're never gonna be just one entity. You are going to forever just be two different entities that have no idea what the other person is thinking, and it just causes lots of chaos. And question 3 is, should we look for love, wait for love, or forget about love till it happens? Well, in my opinion, it's all, again, that's kind of based on circumstance, but I think in reality you should kind of be doing all three. Be patient, still let people know that you are interested in that kind of thing, but don't have it on your brain 24/7 kind of thing, because then you'll just wind up depressing yourself. You know, there's nothing wrong with being hopeful, but don't jump at every first person that shows interest, because you could wind up with some very scary people in your life. So basically just don't look for love in the wrong places. But, so it's kind of yes and no to all three, but, not even really yes or no. Just like do all three at the same time, but just give it like equal amounts to each bit, and I think you'll be okay. Question 4 is, does age matter in love? Now, this may not be a popular opinion amongst most people. However, moi, I believe, no, it doesn't. However, you gotta be at least 18 years of age, and then I don't care. Anything younger, and I'm just like, no, it's not right. Basically, anything that's legal. You could be 18, and the other person could be like 54. I wouldn't care, because you are both legal adults, at least within the US. So that's all I care about. Question 5 is, how do you not get jaded in love? That's kind of a tough question to answer, because it's not like it's a skill that you just like develop. It's more of like you have to experience stuff to really find out. And a lot of people, when it comes to love, you have to learn the hard way, which sucks. I've never heard of a person going through love at all, finding the one person and not have been jaded somewhere beforehand. So in that case, I mean, I suppose if you don't want to get jaded again, learn from your previous mistakes, you know? Maybe don't go to the guys that are, you know, like, gonna treat you like crap. Go for the guys that you know for a fact will treat you like a princess and be there for you when it really matters. So, and then same thing for the guys, you know, don't go for a girl or whatever your fancy may be that's gonna treat you like hot garbage. Go for someone that will treasure you, and you do the same. And again, communication is key, especially if you don't want to get jaded. That way you know exactly where that other person stands and where you stand. Number 6 is, describe what love is to you. Well, for me, that's Phoenix waking up before me, going downstairs, making coffee, coming back up, standing over me, and then going, "Good morning, babe. Mwah. Here's some coffee." And I'm just like, oh, absolute bliss. But on a more serious note, for me, love is just knowing that that person will always be there for me no matter what, especially through the thick and thin, because life is always going to throw good days at you, and life will always throw bad days at you. So it's, you know, for me, love is having that same person that's willing to be there through both good and bad and not ever waver. Basically being your rock and you also are their rock no matter what happens. So that's kind of like what love is for me. And then, you know, just being best friends, goofing off, and then like playing video games all day. Best thing ever. Question 7 is, have you ever been in love? Of course I have. Most of you know who Phoenix is. He is essentially my life partner, albeit we aren't like legally married with like a piece of paper saying that yes, you are in fact married. We've been together for almost 12 years. I think we'll be just fine without a piece of paper telling us what we already know. And we had to do like math and stuff to like make sure, because I was certain we hadn't been together that long, and found out, yeah, I moved up here in 2006, and then this October will be our 12-year anniversary. How crazy is that? We're high school sweethearts. We are just like the weird, adorable, gross couple. Just, oh, it's so cute, and I'm just like, wow. But yeah, it has been amazing, and I can't wait for, you know, the many more years together that we're gonna have. Question 8 is, what's the difference between being in love with someone and having a crush? They are completely different. Let me tell you right now, they are completely different, because a crush, mind you, this is all in my own personal opinion, just saying, a crush is like you are infatuated with that person. It's generally like a physical thing, or maybe their aura kind of thing. It's just like, ooh, like they're really hot, or, you know, they've got like a really nice face. But it's not really like, if you were to get into a relationship with that person, you can't really see to that point kind of thing. Being in love with somebody, however, you can see pretty much your entire future being with them. At least that's how it's worked out with me anyways. For the crushes that I've had, it was just like, oh, you know, I really fancy them because, you know, their face, or they have like this really nice accent or something. It just crushes. But being in love, like with Phoenix, I'm already planning all kinds of crazy stuff for us to do by the time we turn 50. So, I mean, there's a huge difference. And overall, I think it's the feeling behind it too. I can't really explain it. Like, a crush is kind of like what are those little things that you get at like the 4th of July, the little fire sticks, the sparklers, where it just goes and then it's gone. And then for love, it's like a really nice wood-burning stove where the fire just lasts for a very long time, and even the embers after a while are still nice and hot. That's the best way I can explain that. Question 8 is, what is your love language? Now, I'm not quite sure what they mean by this, if they mean like English, Spanish, French, Portuguese, something like that. In my case, I can only speak English, but if we're talking like body language or something like that, it's hugs. That is my love language. I love hugs because they're just so, you know, that's the closest way you could be to someone, and just, it's great feeling like each other just being embraced and just warm. Like, that's the best part. I love hugs. And then I think the other form of language would be like Phoenix and I bringing each other coffee in the morning, or making each other breakfast when we didn't ask the other person, or cleaning the entire room without having to ask the other person. Ugh, you talk about getting some motors started. Oh my god, that is just heartthrob. Oh, I think I feel a tear coming. Question 10 is, do looks matter in love? Well, I suppose to some people it does. Like, they're like, if you're not my type, we can't be together kind of thing. For me, looks don't really matter. Like, that's never been something that I've looked for a person. Like, I suppose the biggest thing that I care, like, looks-wise is eyes, because I always find eyes, like, very fascinating. Like, they're really pretty. But, like, I've yet to come across any eyes that I haven't found pretty. If that makes any sense? But for me, the biggest thing is you have to have a good personality, and you have to be able to make me laugh. that's the biggest thing, because in my immediate family, laughter is very important. And if you can't laugh, or you can't make that other person laugh kind of thing, then you're just in for a very boring time. So thankfully, Phoenix and I, like, every day have some kind of weird thing that happens. It's never anything like preordained, it just happens. So it's just funny. Like, all kinds of random laughter stuff happens, and I freaking love it. But to give you a solid answer on that, because I realize I rambled halfway through, no. For me, no. But to other people, probably. So that's it for the love tag. I hope you all enjoyed. This was a lot of fun. I really loved how deep these questions were. I really had to do some serious thinking for a lot of these answers, just because I was like, well, exactly how do I feel about it kind of thing. So it was just really cool to delve into it and then to share such a rather serious, but I suppose in a weird way kind of satirical thing with you, because like I was kind of making fun of some things, but you know, that's me. That's what I do. I'm adorable. What do you want? But other than that, I hope you all have a fantastic Valentine's. Like I said, my couples, I hope you guys enjoy your dates. I know Phoenix and I are going to enjoy ours with watching some movies, possibly playing some multiplayers and stuff, and then just have a delicious dinner. And for my singles, like I said before, spoil yourself rotten. You deserve it, because if you can't love anybody else but yourself, then go ahead and do it. Make yourself your king or your queen. Go for it and have a fun-filled day. So until then, my Shweebles, if you loved it, don't forget to hit that like button. Let's hear them battle cries. Woo! Yeah! I'll see you guys in the next episode.